video. It's Will from Radio Flite. Received a box from Motion RC today. It's the new version of the Radian from eFlite. They used to brand it under their Park Zone name, but now it's under the eFlite brand. As you can see, it's got new graphics and it's got some other cool features, cool updates needed. I think most of the changes were due to customer input, not necessarily customer complaints, but just things that people thought would make it a better sailplane, better motor glider in the 2-meter class. So let's get it out of the box and take a quick look. Okay, here it is in the foam insert, box insert, and as you can see, everything has its place. Everything is really secure. Right here, there's a foam block that keys into each side of the box, top and bottom, and that not only forms to the wing, but as well as over the fuselage and locks all that in place, unlike some of the other planes that I've received from Fly Zone. Their planes are packaged what I would consider poorly. The Calypso was packaged pretty good. Their 2-meter glider, motor glider, but I got a couple of the Corsairs. They use really thin paper, bubble wrap, and there's not a lot of protection. And as you may know, the shipping companies can be pretty rough on boxes. I worked for Federal Express for about 8 years, and I was a driver. And it's just the nature of the business. I've mentioned this in my videos before, but time is money. Things get thrown around and moved around. Things get dropped accidentally. I've seen, back when I worked there in the early to late 90s, big honking computer monitors and computer towers fall right off the end of the conveyor belt and land on something like this. I mean, they package these really well, but they're not going to withstand that. And certainly, if the companies aren't taking the time to come up with this type of packaging, there's going to be even more damage. So really happy about that. Outstanding. 2 thumbs up to eFlite for the way they package their airplanes. So, and their radios and everything. So here's the block, and you can see it's got the form to the shape of the wing, and then it's got the piece here that locks into the fuselage. Here's the manual, and eFlite does an excellent job with their manuals. Very easy to follow, very easy to understand. It all makes sense, and even a beginner won't have any problem whatsoever. And very thorough, nice job. 2 thumbs up to eFlite for the manual. I'm going to drop the box down here. All right, so one thing you'll notice that the old Radian didn't have, there's a plastic piece right here. This is on the root of the wing. Take a look at that. Okay, this is foam. Then you got the plastic piece that comes down on the side there. You can see it right there. And then there's a brass insert, threaded insert right there. So instead of it being a friction fit, now there's a carbon wing tube that slides through the wing slot in the fuselage. Nice long carbon wing tube. You can see it right here. Also got its own little slot in the box, secured with some masking tape. I didn't get out a tape measure, but I would say that carbon fiber wing tube is probably 24 inches or better. I'd say it's at least 24 inches. Okay, so these pull the fuselage out. So if you're looking, we're looking down on top of the fuselage. My thumb is resting over the canopy. And so you have these 2 plastic ears coming out, and you can see right here, there's a reinforcement there. And that's molded to that piece right there. There's one on both sides. Okay, so you slide your carbon fiber wing tube through there. slide your wings on, and then you put the supplied bolt right up through the hole into the wing and secure it. Nice. Rigid, strong, secure. 2 thumbs up for E-Flite. I really like that versus the old friction fit. Was not a fan of the friction fit. Okay. While we're on the fuselage, here's the bottom. Not only is it an access door for your servos and your receiver, but it also lets warm air escape that comes in from the bottom of the nose as well as the front of the canopy. So here you have your AR400 Spectrum receiver, E-Flite servos. The wires need a little neatening up. You can see the one, there's one, I'm trying to point to it, right there, the one underneath that, right there. Not good. Neaten up your wires. You don't need a push rod or something wearing away the insulation on the wire and causing a problem. So right now I'm going to tuck that down so I can get this door shut. The door is held on, it's secured with a magnet. The fuselage is held in place actually with a zip tie, and I'm going to pause for a minute. I'll pull the tape off. You can see they use some masking tape to secure the folding propeller back so it's safe. Be right back. Okay, so I removed the masking tape that holds the folding propeller back against the fuselage like that for shipping. You can see, I think you can see, make it so you can see, there is a cutout right there. You can kind of see it. Sorry about the dog's bed in the background. There's a little hole in the top of the canopy right there to let air in. There's also one on the bottom of the fuselage and one on each side, the bottom of the nose. And this piece here, reinforced plastic. So if you come in and put the nose down a little hard, it's got a little skid plate right there, hard plastic, well secured to the bottom of the fuselage. One thing I like about this compared to my Calypso, this isn't a black piece of foam. It's actually a glossy plastic canopy held on by a magnet front and rear. Pop that off. Okay, so there you've got your brushless motor tucked up in the nose, your E-Flite ESC, and there actually is a little, about a 1-inch wide plastic tray that the Velcro loops through, and you can securely mount your speed controller to that. So they did a really nice job with that. And then if you'll notice, right in the middle of the frame, you see that little black piece running across the wires. What they did there was they took like an 1/8-inch piece of carbon fiber solid rod, and it holds down the power leads to the brushless motor so that they don't work themselves up and interfere with the motor and cause damage to the insulation on the wires themselves. Lighting's kind of poor, but there's the Velcro strap for the battery. We'll pop this back on. Nice and secure. So we've got the piece there that for your wing tube. And the other thing that they did was they added they beefed up the tail from the trailing edge of the wing all the way down to the vertical stab, and they reinforced that. Off the top of my head, I'm not sure if they put a piece of carbon fiber in there or what they did, but I noticed right out of the box that it's a lot more rigid and robust than the original Radian. The guys that are familiar with the original Radian, I think as soon as you pick up this plane and you handle it, you'll notice that. That's one of the things you'll notice right away. Updated the clevises. Again, I think the graphics are really cool, high visibility. I think the other ones were kind of dull and drab. So decals are nice. There's usually a few air bubbles, but this one looks really good. And if you do have an air bubble, you can pop it with a pin and just work the air out towards the center of the pinhole. But mostly we probably not too worried about that. And then right here, give you a better perspective of where that is. Here's your horizontal stab and elevator. It's secured in its own little slot. You can see it's still got the masking tape here. And on the other side, again, decals are applied perfectly. Nice job. And these are hinged very well. And also on the bottom, carbon fiber reinforcement. It's nice and rigid. Pre-installed control horns. Nice package. So after my experience with FlyZone and the planes that I've got, I like the way they fly. I like the Calypso. The Corsair was okay. The Beaver was a lot of fun. I was just tired of getting, paying for a new plane, and it would show up, and the nav lights on the Corsair was damaged. The props just floating around in the box in a paper thin piece of bubble wrap, digging up the foam on the fuselage and the wing. And I won't go too far into that, but I'm really happy with the way E-Flite packages their planes. I'm really happy with the way they fly. I'm happy with Horizon's customer service. I just bumped up from the DX6i to the DX6. I'm thrilled with that. That is one of the coolest radios I've ever owned. So I don't get paid by Horizon. I've been doing this for about 30 years. The foam stuff is easy for me. Right now, I don't have a lot of time to build, although I love to build, and I recommend it if you ever get the chance. But yeah, guys, for a 2-meter motor glider, powered sailplane, whatever you want to call it, if you're looking to get something that flies, absolutely fantastic, check out the Radian from E-Flite. It's just outstanding job. And you really, if you look them up, check out motionrc.com. This one I think was $179, and right now, as of June, what's today? I think it's the 20th. They're running a special. You put in the promotion code FOAM, FOAM, in the coupon box when you're checking out, and it knocks the price down from $179.99 to $159.99. So I used the savings to grab a couple extra folding propellers. So I already have batteries for it. So that's it. And make sure you subscribe. Really appreciate if you subscribe. I really appreciate if you hit the like button or both. Leave comments, questions, and stay tuned. Next week, we've got a 60-inch Edge 540T coming in from extremefliterc.com. We'll be taking a close look at that. And I'll also be doing some other videos and some other cool stuff that I've got. So stay tuned, guys, and we'll see you at the field. Thanks for watching.